People of the internet, I came across a video here on these YouTube streets, as I usually do. Looks like it comes from Anton Daniel. Shout out to Anton Daniels, another content creator on these YouTube streets, man. He has a video entitled, Men Have Been Domesticated. I see it in the thumbnail. It says, men only need one woman. Very interesting topic, man. Of course, as of late, as I mentioned, of course, I've been talking a lot about dating culture and been talking about, you know, just kind of the things that's happening across the world that I feel like would resonate with you and you can actually apply in your everyday life. I do know as a millennial and Gen Z, dating and things of that nature, marriage and starting a family and children, all those things are pretty much prominent topics in my generation. So let's get into this video from Anton Daniels, man. Again, men only need one woman? Question mark. Let's see what him and his colleagues were discussing around this topic.
How y'all feel about exes staying around and, you know, I'm still cool with the mama, I'm still cool with the cousin. Oh, they gonna pop up at a birthday party and whatnot. How y'all feel about that? Your face is turned up. Come on, say it.
No, my family do that weird shit. They would keep somebody alone. They would keep somebody around. Even though some of them people be cool, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
okay.
one of them people became my baby godparent. But, nah, f that.
Okay, so how you feel? Let's say you was dating somebody and your mom allowed that person to keep coming around. You know, your mama calling her to say, take me to the grocery store. Oh, baby, let's go to Payless today.
Whatever you do, don't do it around me. Don't do it around my lover. Don't do it around nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it around my kids. Don't push that energy off.
Okay.
You feel me? And don't bring me up. Don't talk about me at all.
Okay.
Certain boundaries, you know, do whatever you want.
I think I might be a little controlling because I feel like don't talk to him at all. I don't want them. I don't want to escape what you talk to. Get off my porch. I don't want you nowhere over here, cause like I don't want you anywhere in their environment. If I brought you in their environment, if I introduce you to them and I'm not with them no more, I'm not cool with them no more, I'm not kicking it with them no more, they shouldn't be around you no more.
I mean, it's just different. Like, if a woman come around, like, she always kind of gonna be family in a way. You know what I'm saying? But guys are more territorial in that they like, it's only can be one king. Women that's been around since the beginning of time, they still family.
Can I add this?
No fucking way. If my brother break up with the girl that he was dating, I'm not calling that for nothing no more.
You should help her raise the kid.
Can I add, Lil?
I didn't say they had no kid. If they had a kid, that's
What about that's your best friend?
My best friend?
I'm saying, what about if that's your best friend?
No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how my life is set up. I'm not ever becoming best friends with nobody that any of my family members are sleeping with, because guess what? I understand that it could be a separation at some point. I can be respectful to you. I can speak to you when I see you. We can even key and hit a joint together. But baby, I'm not about to be hitting you up like, oh, let's go to the mall together.
Even in marriage?
Oh, let's go to the movie together.
Wait, so
Yeah.
Ray, you don't see the problem in this?
No.
You expect me to cut off my ex, the person that held me down, the person who I got history with.
The person that know your nut face.
Yes. For you, a new person at the time? First of all, I'm loyal, okay?
Obviously, you're not loyal enough if you got a new person. You're not too loyal if you got a new person.
Listen, see, that's what females do, and they trying to be pushed that out. Y'all get a new dude, and y'all cut off everybody, they friends and all. I'm loyal, okay? This girl here probably was feeding me when I ain't had it. She probably was giving me nuts.
So why you not with her?
Huh?
So why you not with her?
We not together. It didn't
Why?
work. But
It didn't work, so why she staying in your environment?
Eventually you can phase her out, but I'm not just gonna cut her off because you want to be my girlfriend.
Let's pause right there. Hold on. This wasn't even what I thought they were going to talk about. The video was titled, they titled it, Men Have Been Domesticated. They kind of started the conversation sporadically, and I guess they're talking about a very interesting topic. It's a topic that, very interesting topic. I'm not going to say nothing. Let's keep watching.
So I actually am the ex, so that's why it's kind of funny. I am the ex that's still just like, hey. I don't really think, like, I still have a relationship with my ex's daughter.
Don't get salty. Let her
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, but it's no tea.
Crystal, what you think?
It's no tea.
So we can play that game. I feel like the only time that exes are still around in those type of situations is if it's still something there.
Energy.
When you're completely over somebody and you're done with them, and you're not finna deal with them for
That's
real.
how y'all process.
No, but I'm gonna put it like this, even when it comes, no, because that's true.
That's
It's not-
logical.
It's not true.
But
It's logical.
if you have a relationship with the family, let's say your ex built up a relationship with your family.
Right.
If we break up, it's called boundaries and it's respect. Now, as for me being an individual and how I feel about it, I wouldn't necessarily tell my family, and it depends on how y'all broke up. That's that part too. But if they still want to keep
I ain't never had a healthy breakup. That's why I say everybody.
but I'm saying, like, if you feel like, I have guys that I've dated in the past, I was cool with their families. I'm not disrespectful. I'm a very nice girl. I'm there for you if you call me. So it's not a reason for you to be like F her too when your son do something he ain't got no business doing. But as a woman, me knowing me, I walk away from the situation. I can still say hi and bye, but I'm not going to go hang with you or hang out with you, because when I move on and I'm with someone different, I'm not finna disrespect my situation, still hanging with the stuff from the past when I know you could pop up, you still have feelings for me, so it's gonna be an altercation, or you gonna try to come at me. I'm just not even about to entertain.
Hold on, let me
pause right there before he gets into it. I didn't even know this was what he was gonna talk about. I didn't even know, which is a very interesting topic. So the conversation at hand right now is basically, damn. Let me think for a second. The conversation at hand is them basically discussing if you had a boyfriend or if you had a girlfriend, whatever the case is, and you broke up with that person, but your family knew them, your family was cool with them, this, that, and the other. Do you still keep that person around? Is that person still cool with the family members even if you've moved on? Is it okay for them to pull up to the cookout? Is it okay for them to wish your kids happy birthday? Is it okay for your ex to, do things that are still revolving around your sphere, even though you guys have broken up and moved on? I didn't even know this was what they were going to talk about, to be completely honest. The reason why I'm chuckling is because this is actually a thing. And again, this is what I like talking about, man. I like talking about things that are maybe realistic for people out there in the world. What can I say without saying too much? Because again, it's not even a matter of what I'm trying to protect. I am thinking about, other people as well too. I'm gonna say I'm loosely familiar with the situation. In my personal life, other people, like I've seen both sides of this debate. I can see how one would argue, yeah, man, it's crazy now. Ooh, you got to cut them off. Once we break up with everybody, family members, everybody included. And then I can also see how, it's not a big deal. Like the girl said, depending on the severity of the breakup, if it was cool, if it was platonic, this, that, and the other, if it's not beef, it's no bad blood. Ooh. I see both. I do want to say it's case by case. I want to say it's case by case. Sometimes it is for the better just to sever all ties, honestly. I don't want to hop the fence and go back and forth, but I can kind of see both. I'll say what's maybe more realistic. I would say maybe what's maybe the healthiest and maybe the most wisest to avoid all type of confusion, old feelings. Ooh, excuse me. To avoid any type of messiness, potential messiness, because let's all admit, it's a situation that could get messy. Again, we're talking about you and somebody were together, and when you guys were together, of course, your family, your friends, all cool. Y'all all became cool with each other. Y'all all became cordial with each other. You and that person have broken up, right? Maybe they've moved on, maybe you've moved on, but your family members, your friends, people from that sphere, do they still interact with you? Now that you've broken up, do her friends and her family members, maybe her brother, maybe her, whatever, uncle's family members, do they still talk to you? Fellas, if you break up with a girl, can she still pull up to the cookout? You see what I'm saying? Check up on your kids, check up on your mom, things like that nature. It gets messy, I'm not gonna lie. And it's crazy that this is a topic, because like I said, I'm loosely familiar with this situation. Let's watch a little bit more, because honestly, I didn't even think that's what they were talking about. That the title was a little bit misleading, if you ask me, but let's watch a little bit more.
Oh, no, I've never been that girl, but I will say this. With that, and this is an age-old argument when you in relationships with men. It always start off like that. It be so weird. It's like when y'all first get together, they want to like all your posts and be so into what you got going on. Then after they get used to the situation, that slows down and it stops. But then you start to notice Instagram. Ooh,
messy.
Social media, period, is messy because it will show. For some reason, I was not seeing this before I started dating you. Now all of a sudden, it's my nigga and 300,000 people liking this bitch photo. Now, what I will say about this,
that's the same way.
See, they kind of hopping all over the place. Which is cool. Now we're talking about if you're in a relationship, is it disrespectful? Is it considered cheating to like a post on social media, this, that, and the other? Very interesting topics. Again, these are all prevalent topics within our current dating climate, I think. These are all things that would be areas of contention, right? These will all these topics that they're speaking on now will be areas of contention if you're dealing with anybody. If you're in a newly relationship, if you're already in an established relationship, things like this matter. There's a few minutes left. Let's get all of it, and then I'll share my closing thoughts. There's like a minute and a half left.
I would say, and it's a conversation that I had. I feel like healthy boundaries and like I said, respect. I told my boyfriend, we had this conversation because I would see stuff like that, and I'd be like, why do you do that? You get what I'm saying? Especially if it's people that's in the same, you know it's a thirst trap. Yeah, it's a thirst trap. You liking it, you giving them that one up on me. One, her man liking my shit.
Okay.
And two, she feel like she got a chance because he in her life. He told me I'm a man. And I had to say, I'm a man. I like what I see. I said, you can like what you see all day. You can go back and look at it again, but do not double tap that motherfucker. Because at the end of the day, it's a respect thing. I'm not doing that to you. You don't do that to me. He thought about it. He looked at it. You know what? You right. Because I wouldn't want you double tapping my homeboy.
Y'all gotta let us roam.
He got his shirt off and he's listening.
No, seriously.
And I double tap it.
We coming back to you.
I ain't in his comments doing that. I'm not doing that.
Watch this.
We coming back to you.
Do you think every nigga that double tap your page want?
Yes.
No, we don't.
No.
No. So how come your dude can't be the one double tapping another girl picture that don't want to fuck up?
He literally sat here and said he likes what he sees.
He likes what he sees.
That's
bust it down.
But that's fine. But when you in a relationship, don't give this how it is.
Leverage.
All right, okay. Let's speak on it. They switched topics, but I like both of them. All right, let's speak on it, man. They touched on two topics. We can kill two birds with one stone. The first topic was, if you are in a relationship with someone, and during the time you were in a relationship, regardless of how long you guys were together, if you were in a relationship with someone, and inevitably you guys meet each other's family members, you guys meet each other's friends, y'all circles maybe merge, friends are maybe hanging out, family members are hanging out, maybe if there's kids involved, kids are hanging out. If you break up with that person, does that also mean that all your friends need to break up with that person as well too? Your family members need to cease communication, your family members need to go their separate ways if there were organic bonds built? Or is there areas where you're okay with, okay, yeah, we've been separated, but from time to time, her friend, or, depending on the relationship, her father, her uncle, her mom, whatever the case is, sends a happy birthday text. Every now and again, her friends or whatever the case is, you get what I'm saying. Like, when you break up with somebody, do you break up with their circle? Or is there areas where it's okay to reach out every now and again respectfully, especially if you've gone on and moved on with somebody else? Let's say you've broken up with somebody, you have another person. Does that get messy? In my personal opinion, if we're talking about mature, respectable, honorable adults, it might not be a problem. Whereas I've separated with you, you've separated with me, but I got no beef with your peoples because they were good, they were cool. I got no beef with your peoples, your friends, your sister, your brother, your uncle, whatever the case is, and vice versa. Maybe during the period of time that we were together, we built a solid bond. So with your family members, because that's expected, right? If you spend, the longer you've been with somebody, it's the more chances that you'll have to build relationships with people in their family, in their circle, their friends, their family members, this, that, and the other. I would also say, though, to avoid any type of confusion or messiness, especially if you guys have both moved on and there's other people in the scenarios, right? So you guys are separated and then now there's other people that you're dating. So if you're a man, you have a new girlfriend. If you're a girl, you have a new man. To avoid any type of confusion, and again, it's also going to be based off of this is just my opinion, it's also going to be based on how you guys broke up, the severity or the messiness of the breakup. If the breakup was super messy, then of course I don't see a world where any of y'all are going to be wanting to speak to anybody anyway. But if y'all were able to part ways peacefully, and you guys are also talking to other people, I would also probably say you still probably got to cut ties, as hard and difficult as that might be. Because again, and I think the one girl said it as well too, out of just respect for the new person, how would you feel? Let's keep it real. Like, how would you feel if you moved on, if you were dealing with somebody, you guys broke up, right? You found a new person and you and this person are hitting it off. All looks well. It looks like you probably got it right on this next one. Why am I going back and still talking to the friends and the family members of an ex? Is that fair to the new person? I don't think so. So yeah, I'm familiar with this situation. That's why I thought this was so interesting, because honest to God, this title was misleading. This title was not what I thought they were actually going to talk about. So that's one segment. Of course, I want to hear your thoughts on that below. Of course, share your thoughts in the comment section below. The other thing they brought up towards the end of the conversation was, if I'm in a relationship with you, again, in the age of social media, right? These are all the things that we actually got to worry about now. In the age of social media, if I'm in a relationship with a girl, right? And on social media, of course, I'm scrolling through whatever. Is it disrespectful to the girl that I'm dealing with if I'm liking photos of other women? If I'm in a relationship, is it disrespectful to hit that like button on another girl? Vice versa. If you're in a relationship with a guy, ladies, Is it disrespectful for you to be liking photos of other men when you're in a relationship? Yeah, you'll feel away. If I'm in a relationship with a girl and I'm scrolling through social media and I'm seeing she liking other dudes' photos, you're not gonna feel away. And these are not just regular photos because there's different calibers of photos that you can like, right? There's the innocent, oh, you know, just started my new job, or, you know, whatever the case is, there's the, you know the different ranges of photos. So one could argue and say, well, it depends on the type of photo that I like. But to the one girl's point as well, too, she even said it like, if I'm a man in a relationship with a girl and I'm liking photos of other women, maybe they're provocative photos, maybe she's at the pool, maybe she's working out, whatever the case is, I'm liking that, then come on, let's keep it real. Like, social media, the times that we're living in with social media, there's like what they call social cues, right? There's like social media etiquette. So you might interpret it, oh, as just an innocent like, but on the receiving end, like the girl said, oh, the girl can maybe have one up on her and say, oh, that's why you're man in my likes. These are things that people say in our current times. Oh, that's why your man in my likes, your man stay in my likes, your man be liking all my photos. Those are critical offenses that we could all say, man, where it's just like, damn, true. Where she can rebuttal be like, well, why you in this girl's likes? Why you liking her photos? It's a little bit disrespectful if you ask me. And again, would you like that done to you? If I'm in a relationship with a girl and she's liking dudes' photos, because again, let's just keep it real, man. I say this all the time. There's always gonna be somebody out there that's bigger than you, stronger than you, richer than you, faster than you, more everything. There's always gonna be people that are greater than you. Let's just keep it real. That's both men and women. Ladies, there's always gonna be a girl that's badder than you. You might think you're the baddest thing walking, but there's always gonna be a girl that's badder than you, whatever the case is, this, that, yada, 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 yada. Men as well, too. There's always gotta be a man that has more money than us, taller than us, stronger than us, this, that, yada, 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 yada. We get that. So if I'm noticing that the girl that I'm dating is constantly liking photos of other men that are either equal or greater in stature, right? Financially, physically, mentally, whatever the case is, career, whatever the case is, than me, yeah, I'm gonna feel away, bro. Like, damn. I'm gonna feel away. Let's just keep it real. And that has nothing to do with, you know, weak or insecurities, because they'll try to rebuttal and be like, oh, you're just insecure. Nah, bro, it's just like, damn, here I am trying to build something with you, and I'm just constantly seeing you and, you know, other dudes' photos. Yeah, I'm gonna feel away. I don't got no shame in admitting that. Yeah, I'm gonna feel away. And ladies, I would assume y'all would as well too. If you're ladies, if you're dealing with a man and he's constantly liking other girls' photos, I've seen girls spaz off of that. I've seen women spaz off of that. That's a no-no for certain women. For certain women, being friends with exes and liking girls' photos, that is a strong offense for some women. So I get it. Now, again, fellas will try to rebuttal like, man, it don't mean nothing, this, it don't mean nothing. But psychologically, bro, just like, even just from a surface level outside looking in, yeah, we could all admit that you would probably feel away. So to tie it all in, folks, again, they kind of hopped all over the place with the topics that they were speaking on. Honestly, again, the video was entitled, Men Have Been Domesticated. Anton tells ladies we've been conditioned to only have one woman. That's not what they talked about. That's why this title was, I thought that's what they were going to talk about. And lo and behold, they spoke about things that I didn't necessarily want to speak on. But nonetheless, it's cool. I'm not tripping. But those are my thoughts. Of course, I want to hear yours down in the comment section below. What do you make of this, folks? And again, and just in terms of just our modern dating culture, social media, when you throw in, because again, our parents didn't have nothing. Our parents weren't dealing with any of this. Your mom, depending on how old you are, whatever the case is, because, you know, there's more babies having babies. So maybe, you know, if you're a kid watching, your mom probably is on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, posting pics of this, that, and the other, or your dad, this, that, and the other. But our generation, being an older millennial, I ain't have to worry about somebody sliding in the DMs for my pops. Nah, what? And my mom's this, that, and the other. We got to deal with that now. So there's things that we got to take into account when it comes to modern day dating. You know, if I'm dealing with somebody, oh, wait, why do you still have access to dating apps? Oh, wait, why are you constantly liking other people's photos? Like, these are things we got to implement into our thinking when we're in dating relationships now in these modern times because of the advent of social media and the culture that we're in. But those are my thoughts, folks. Of course, I want to hear yours down in the comment section below. As always, the likes, the comments, the subscribes are all greatly appreciated. Let's get back into the tunes.